Okay.
So to complete the square, you have the formula, which is the quadratic x squared plus bx plus c.
Yep.
If you notice, the number in front of x squared is 1. This is very important. So for this one, this number there is 1, and that we can call it a. So we would say a is equals to 1. And there's this value there in front of x, we call it b. So in this case, b is equals to minus 6. So b is equals to minus 6. And this one here is c. So we say c is equals to 3. So the first thing is to identify a, b, and c. Now, once you've identified a, b, and c, for this method, a has to be 1 for it to work. You go to step number 1. Step number 1 says draw a pair of brackets containing x with a square outside. So the pair of brackets 1, 2, that's a pair. 1, 2, that's a pair. Contains a square, that's the square, with an x inside. And that is all for step 1.
Yep.
Step 2, insert the sign of b. If you look in front of b, b is this 6. In front of b, the sign is minus. So you put the sign of b is minus. The sign of b is in front of b is minus, so you put minus. And then after that, half the value of b. The value of b is 6. Half of 6 is 3. So you put half of 6 is 3, you put it there.
Okay.
Step number 3, square half of b and subtract it. Half of b is 6 divided by 2 is 3. Square it, 3 squared is 9, and then subtract it. So square half of b and subtract it. So 3 squared is 9, and then we subtract 9 to minus 9. And then number 4, add c. C is 3. So we add 3 because it says add c. And then number 5, collect like terms. Collect like terms, put these two together. Minus 9 plus 3 is minus 6. So that's your answer. So this is where you start. This is where we start. We start at the top there. Let me put it in another color. Let's put it in pink. We start here and we end here. So we start with something looking like that and we end with something looking like that. So we have changed it by completing the square. If you notice here, there's a squared, x minus 3 squared.
Yep.
But there's no x minus 3 squared there. So completing the square means you will have something in a square plus a number. So we start from there and we end there. So what that means is there's an advantage. Why do we change it from this start to this end? It's easier to plot the graph. This minus 3 there, this 3 there, and this minus 6, it tells you what they call the turning points, but you will learn it later. It's just to know how to complete the square. These 5 steps. Step 1, draw a pair of brackets, put a square, put x. Step 2, half sign of, put the sign of b is minus. Step, and then half b and put it there. Step 3, square half of b becomes 9 and subtract it. Step 4, add c, and then you step 5, collect like terms. So once you got these 5 steps, and that's all for completing the square, and we're going to practice it now to make sure you can do more of it. Okay, so you write this down.